Welcome to our instant reaction of the England game, and what a comeback it was. Harry Kane saving England once again.
Captain Fantastic.
Yeah.
What an hero. Mate, I'm not gonna lie, I was sweating. I really thought we were on his way out.
It really did look like that, didn't it? Because we conceded in 5 minutes. Then it took us till the 65th minute to actually score a goal. It's like I just feel like the problem when we are chasing a game is we're too scared to put balls into the box. We just need to look at teams like Brazil when they were losing against Japan. They were just constantly putting it in the box, putting it in the
Yeah, they were
box.
bombarding it,
Yeah,
weren't
and that is what we need to do, isn't it?
they? Yeah, first I'm just honestly I feel drained. Proper drained. Um it does frustrate me just constantly this way of playing, just recycling a ball from left to right, with no quick sharp burst to get into the
Yeah,
box, or nothing whipping in. I think a lot of it is having this style of having a right foot on the left wing and a left foot on the
yeah.
right wing, where they're having to constantly come back. And I don't know, does it, you're a footballer, does it give the defense time to just organize themselves just for that split second a little bit?
Well, if you're gonna play it round backwards and sideways on their 18-yard box, if you do it quick, then you can catch them and play that through ball when they're out of
But there
shape.
is none of that
But
burst of speed, is there?
there is no speed whatsoever when we do that, and it's like so then it's like, all right, if you're a defense, you're just happy for them to keep it there, so you can just shuffle across and just block all the passes. But I feel like we do just need to. There's no pace, and that is a problem. Like there's no purpose especially when we're chasing a game, when we are just passing it round. Fair enough, if we're passing it round with pace, looking for that killer ball, then that's fine because we are doing it like your Brazils do when
Yeah.
they were playing Japan. If we change that, then I don't have a problem with it. It is just the fact that there's no pace and no intent to go and play forward. They're just happy to play it round.
The change that they made in the wide areas, Gordon on for Rashford,
Yeah.
Saka on for Madueke. Listen, you got to take your hat off to Tuchel, because look at what Anthony Gordon did when we want players to come on and make an impact.
Yeah.
What an impact he made! 2 assists, both for Harry Kane, obviously.
Yeah.
That's what you want from your subs, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%, 100%. So you want them impact players, and we were saying during the game with Rashford, it almost seems like he's more of an impact player than a starter, and it is sad to say it because he is a really really good player when he's on it. But I feel like from my point of view, it always looks like he performs better when he's got something to prove. It's like you look at Man United with that season when he wanted to play for a new contract, he was on fire.
Yeah.
And then when he's come on in the World Cup so far for England, as a substitute, is wanting to prove stuff. He's played really, really well.
Yeah.
So it
That is a good point.
does just seem that he only performs when he has to prove.
Yeah,
something.
it's a weird. It's right. It's not like you're saying anything, that you're making up. It just seems that way. I don't know if it's a conscious or a subconscious thing that's going on with Rashford's brain, but I could tell that he was frustrated today.
Yeah.
I mean, he was trying, especially earlier doors, I suppose. He was trying, but when things start going wrong for him, he always seems to have that look on his face where he's not quite perhaps enjoying it, rather than just rolling his sleeves up and just going, right, it's going to happen. Something that I do think is always trying to make things happen is Jude Bellingham.
Yeah.
Listen, it might not have the best game or whatever, but he's the guy that is always going to roll his sleeves up and say, I'm going to try and create a goal. I'm going to try and make something happen. The second goal that we got was basically because of his run. And he makes countless runs in a game, but that run that he made, and then obviously I think was it Anderson that played the ball to him. Really good ball, and he takes a shot, keeper saves it, comes back out, and Gordon pops it over. So things like that, we need players that are gonna kind of like take it on themselves.
Yeah.
I don't think we've got enough
that
have got that bravery, or even maybe that ability. Listen, I'm a big Eze fan. Eze came on the pitch, and I didn't feel as though I noticed him.
He had an impact, yeah.
And he's that kind of player that he's got the skills, he's got the ability, but I just, you're in a World Cup, you're in knockout stages. You've got it. Yes, we want to be patriotic and say, yeah, we're going to win the World Cup and be really positive. And we've just turned around, from 1-0 deficit for majority of the game, we've turned it around, we'll end up winning. brilliant, absolutely buzzing. But you've also got to be realistic and say, look, compare yourself to other teams that are out there.
Yeah.
Listen, you can talk about France as much as you want. Their forward six
Yeah.
is just next level.
It really is.
And they're all brave.
Yeah.
And all play.
That's I feel like that's the difference between us and other countries. Is that other countries aren't scared of making a mistake. We are too scared and too cautious to put that ball into the box.
But do you not think, I was watching this and I was thinking, because in my head, I'll be honest with you, 60 minutes, I'm thinking, we're going out.
Yeah, same.
And I'm thinking, it's the same old thing where we've got this, you know, we keep looking at the squads and we say, oh, we've got some brilliant players, brilliant attacking players. But then when it comes to World Cups, we're not held as high in acclaim on performances as what your teams like your France are. And, you know, is it an academy thing? Is it a thing where it's kind of coached out, that individuality is coached out of players from a young age? Because from what I've seen, I kind of think that myself.
Because, like, being in the academy and seeing other kids in the academies and stuff like that, you do see it a lot of the times where you have the odd player who is still driving forward, like your Max Diamonds at Arsenal. But it's like, they want you to play safe. They don't want you to go and make a mistake. And it's like, no.
Do you think
we need to have players who are brave enough to make a mistake to progress the team forward?
But do you think that's something that they just feel, you know, Pep came along and it's kind of like this sideways passes, possession, and everybody seems to want to play that way. But when you look at a lot of these kids, they look really techy, they look really good on ball, sharp feet, everything.
Yeah.
And then you put them in an England game, and they don't want to beat players. They don't want to be. Look at Michael Olise. Look at Vinny Jr. I know these are elite players, but we're supposed to be elite players as well. We're supposed to have got elite players as well. So that's why I'm comparing to them.
Yeah.
They seem to have the freedom to say, listen, you're great at 1v1s. You can dribble. You can take this player on. You can do this. Here's the ball. Go do it.
It's sort of a license in it to go and express yourself.
But there's kids like that.
Yeah.
I see there's kids like that in you know, you see them in training and things like that. But then it comes to games and it's like they lose a couple of 1v1s and their head go down. Do you think that's the pressure of making the mistake that stops them from doing it, or that follows them all the way through to international level where they're worried about getting it wrong? Because it just seems that we're worried about getting things wrong, whereas other nations sometimes with some of their players aren't.
I do agree with you on that. It's a really, really good point. And defensively, we just don't look strong enough.
Oh, mate.
We said it when the squad was announced. How's Trent Alexander-Arnold not gone? Because we don't actually have a right back in the squad. Because Reece James is injured. It doesn't look like he's going to play against Mexico in the next game. We'll come on to that in a minute. But it's like, we had to play Declan Rice in there today.
I think the fact that Declan Rice had to go to right back, that is Tuchel saying, I got this wrong.
Yeah.
It's got to be, because
100%.
otherwise you bring someone. Who did he, when he brought who was it that he brought in?
Chalobah. Livermental coach. Yeah.
Right, yeah. So he's brought him in. He's still sat on bench.
Yeah.
There's no, you know, he hasn't taken up a spot on the pitch.
Yeah.
We haven't got a right back that can play in that position.
No.
That's a big mistake.
And
you look at that, once you take Deck out of midfield and put him onto a right back position, then you're losing his ability in midfield.
100%, yeah.
And I just look at this. I look at this side. Forget about the right back situation.
Yeah.
That centre back pairing, the whole structure of the defence. I don't feel it's got the experience.
No.
You always need. It's good. Yes, you have young players and stuff, but don't you always need a bit of experience, especially at the back?
Yeah. Like, look at Brazil. They've got Marquinhos in there. He's like 35, and he's still in there because he just has that experience to hold everyone together. And that's why I feel like Harry Maguire should have gone.
Yeah.
Or you need to play John Stones with one of Gay or Konza. So it's not very good defensively.
Yeah, it looks. And listen, what? Again, I don't want to be downbeat about it, but you have to be realistic. This was a life and death with Democratic Republic of Congo. It's Congo.
Yeah,
It's not. It's not. We had a life and death with Holland or
yeah,
Germany or it's Congo.
yeah,
And without being disrespectful to Congo, you can't be in a position 60 minutes to go where you're looking and you're thinking, what are we going to do? And you can't be in a position where every time they break for an attack,
it looks like we can score.
it looks like they could score.
And it's like you look at the caliber of their players. It's like we've got players who played in the second division in Spain, top division in Turkey. It's just nowhere near your levels of your Brazils, your Frances, your Spains, your Argentina.
Do you think that perhaps we look beyond this game?
Oh yeah, 100%. Because before this game, everyone was talking about the Mexico game at the Azteca. Everyone at school, everyone on social media.
Even coming off a tough game, physical game against Ghana,
Yeah.
and then the match against Panama, which wasn't great. Going into the knockout stage, last night we had Germany, we had
the night before,
Holland, night before. Germany and Holland getting knocked out.
Yeah.
Two big hitters against teams that you'd fancy him to beat. Would that not, as a player, make you think we need to be on our A game?
Yeah.
I don't care if it's Congo. We need to be on it.
You would like to think so, but obviously they didn't wake up until
because they came out
minutes,
slow
yeah.
It was a slow pace.
Yeah.
Assistant manager in his halftime little chat.
Yeah.
He said something. Oh, we went up a gear or whatever. Why are you going? Why are you waiting?
Yeah. It's a World Cup knockout game. You need to be up for it, and I'm really nervous for next game against Mexico because Mexico are a good team. When I've watched them play in this World Cup, they have looked solid. They look like they can move a ball. They can also finish, but also it's at the Azteca in Mexico City, and you've got to deal with the altitude.
Yeah, the altitude's going to be a big thing. I mean, I know from when I had one of my boxers, Ryan Rhodes, fight Canelo in Mexico, and we had to go there 3 weeks beforehand to prepare because of the altitude. And the altitude does make a big difference. It doesn't affect everybody, but it affects those that it affects. It really, really drains. It's very, very hard work. So I don't know how. I would imagine perhaps these days, and with the players and the money that's in football, maybe there's some science behind how they machines and things like that they can adjust to. Maybe, I don't know, but to go in there for a couple of days to prepare and then play, that's a tough ask. That's so Mexico have got a few advantages there.
Yeah.
And if the defense isn't on point, we could be in real trouble.
Yeah, we really, really could. I'm nervous for that one. What do you guys think? Do you guys think we can beat Mexico and then not going to look past it? Then after that,
mate, we can't. after scraping past Congo 2-1, thanking God for Harry Kane again. Oh, by the way, we've got Harry Kane, mate. What a World Cup he's having!
Yeah.
He's delivering. Yeah. In the past, he's had World Cups and Euros where we've been like, we needed more from him. He's been immense.
Yeah, it's five goals, 1 goal off Golden Boot at the minute.
Yeah, this Golden Boot race, I'm really enjoying. All the guys are delivering.
Yeah.
You look at that lineup. You got Haaland, you got Kane, you got Dembele, obviously got Mbappe, and you got Messi.
Yeah.
They're big superstars that are all delivering for the country. So hopefully, Kane stays in the tournament long enough to get a few more goals and finish up Golden Boot winner. But got to finish off positive.
Yeah.
We got the job done.
We did.
England are still in the tournament. Keep your flags out. Keep them blowing in that wind. Come on, England, against Mexico.
Come on, England. Let us know your thoughts about today's game and your prediction for the Mexican game down below, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.